Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have Summerset Isle. This is a huge Skyrim expansion on the same level as a piece of official DLC. It continues the story of the Archmage of Winterhold and sends you on an adventure to the Isle of Summerset, a province to the southwest of Tamriel's mainland. As a whole, the mod takes about 30 hours to complete, but that can be shortened if you skip most of the side quests. It comes with dozens of new locations, all based on various sources, including previous Elder Scrolls games, lore books and the Elder Scrolls Online. As always with quest mods, we'll keep things spoiler free, but this time around we're going to give you a bit more information than what's written on the mod page, just because we found it to be quite vague when we first found the mod. The quest can be started at any time once you're named as the Archmage of Winterhold. Just head to the Frozen Hearth and speak to the courier. The mod comes with fully voiced NPCs from a variety of different actors, including both male and female characters. We found the voice acting to range anywhere from above average to high quality, but we'll let you be the judge with a quick snippet from a few NPCs.
Well, it is quite brilliant, actually. We've subdued the Spriggan, covered its body in a thin coat of a specially brewed agent, sealing the Spriggan and her living body indefinitely.
Oh! You scared me. I was waiting for Aaron to arrive. Oh, I suppose an explanation and an apology is in order. The manner in which you were brought here is our tradition for capturing criminals, but necessary as not to draw attention from the Dominion.
Fantastic. My name is Hundrilus. I've been studying the recent phenomena of the so-called Nern scars. Quite fascinating, I assure you.
After you've spoken to the courier, you'll be teleported to Summerset, where you'll be greeted by another woman named Sylvia. She'll explain that the king has disappeared and they need your help to find him, so the base of the quest starts as an adventure between you and this woman to go find the king. The first place you start is on a beach, and then after you walk through the mountains you'll break into the main part of the island. The whole map is huge, and based on rough estimates we'd say it's just over a third the size of Skyrim. There's over 100 new locations. This includes cities, villages, caves and other points of interest, most of which use custom assets of varying quality. As a whole, the landscape looks great and it definitely feels like you're in a faraway land. There's new flora, wildlife, exotic locations and a new soundtrack. The mod adds over 600 new NPCs to the game, although obviously they're not all involved in the quest or even speak, but they do have realistic schedules to help liven up the place. There are also several potential player homes in various sizes, styles and areas. Eventually you'll get the power to travel between Skyrim and Summerset, so you could potentially make one of them your permanent home. One of the best things about the mod is seeing the cultural differences between Skyrim and Summerset. Even just looking at the houses, Summerset has much more of an affinity of exploiting magic, as you'd expect from an island mostly filled with high elves. Some homes use teleporters to go from room to room, and they also look much bigger on the inside compared to the outside. Another example would be the Mages College. It's interesting to see how they do things differently. In Skyrim, the magic is looked down upon, and thanks to the Great Collapse, the college and its members don't exactly have the best relationship with the people of Skyrim. But in Summerset, the college is praised and much more magnificent. The Archmage there is also very smug, and even though you're the equivalent of him in Skyrim, he still looks down upon your abilities. That's another thing we like about the mod. Most people there don't know who you are or even care, but as you make your way through the quest you gain their respect. The quests themselves are generally quite short and to the point. However, sometimes you're expected to use your detective skills to work out what you need to do. This includes the usual reading of journals, listening to conversations and more. Several times throughout the main quest you're given choices on how you'd like to proceed, and then those choices have very clear consequences. Sometimes you won't even realise what sort of effect your decision has had until you see whose lives you have touched or tainted later on in the quest. An important thing to note is that the gigantic size of the mod and the relatively small mod team do clash. By that I mean the quality dips in certain areas and some places are more polished than others. If you play through other DLC like mods then you probably know what to expect. Overall though, it's not too big of a deal, and as long as you can forgive those inconsistencies you should have fun with the mod. If you're interested in it then we suggest you start the download as soon as possible. It's 1.6GB and can either be downloaded directly via the Nexus or from a torrent uploaded by the author. In terms of compatibility you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. There's no extra patches or anything like that, so the mod doesn't work with things like Climate of Tamriel, but they won't clash either. And that's it for today's spotlight. Absolutely everything you need can be found down below. If you're in between playthroughs then you can check out g2a.com for some cheap games, and as always be sure to leave me docents on any mod you enjoy, and thanks for watching.